What's going on, guys? Keaton here from TechSmart, and today we're going to be showing you guys my top 5 free applications for the iPhone 5. Now please keep in mind the App Store for the iPhone 5 and apps that are compatible are very small, but as time evolves, applications will go ahead and upgrade to the iPhone 5 and iOS 6 and the screen size of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the first application. So coming in at number 5, we have Comics. Now what Comics does is it allows you to go ahead and purchase and go ahead and read comic books. And I think this is really cool because a couple years ago, well, I would say a couple years ago, when I was very little, I used to read comic books, just a few, and then of course I just stop reading them. But what I like about this is you can go ahead and purchase some bigger names out there, and then you can go ahead and download them. So what it does, and you can go to, you have New, Marvel, and DC. So if you like a certain type of comic book or a comic book company, if you will, you can go ahead and go to that. But we're going to go ahead and go to Popular, Top Free, and I already have Borderlands Original downloaded, so we can go ahead and read that. And what I like about it is you can go into landscape mode or portrait mode. You can swipe down, and it'll give you the kind of comic book experience, how when you're looking at a comic book and the comics go, up, down, left, right, it gives you that kind of experience, and that's something that I really do like. Not to mention the iPhone 5 screen is so damn gorgeous. It just looks great reading a comic book on your iPhone 5, and they just are meant for each other. So overall, I really do like this application. It's definitely something you should check out if you're a comic book fan or just looking for something fun to read. So coming over to number 4, we have Brushes. So what Brushes does, it is the first compatible iPhone 5 application running with iOS 6 that allows you to go ahead and draw and use a bunch of different brushes followed with colors. So we have 3 drawings here. The Apple one is actually custom, and then these other 2 are just scribbles. We're going to go ahead and hit the plus button up here to create a new drawing. So what I like about this application is the fact that you can pick from a wide variety of layouts. You can go to the iPhone 5, the standard iPad, the iPad Retina, or you can go ahead and do custom if you want to get it to a certain dimension, and then you can go ahead and upload that to an email and then post it to whoever you want from your email. So we're going to go ahead and scroll back over to iPhone 5, hit create. So the default color is, I think it's kind of a bluish purple, but what I really like about it is you can go ahead and start drawing, and there's a custom brush set ready, but if you'd like to go ahead and change that, go down here. And then there are just an absolute ton of brushes. You can actually purchase a couple brushes if you'd like. We're going to go into this one as I think that one just looks really cool. I'm going to hit the plus button at top here, and that allows you to enable this brush in. Then you can go ahead and hit X, and now we're drawing with this kind of brush. So to give you guys a better example, I'm going to go ahead and swap the color for you. And you have a nice big color wheel here, and you can definitely change the gradients and amount of color being put into that. You could add a little white, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and do a nice pink here. You can see we're drawing with a nice pink. Granted, I'm a terrible artist, but if you're someone who likes to draw and you have the new iPhone 5 or an iPhone, any kind of iPhone upgraded to iOS 6, you can go ahead and start drawing, and you should get some gorgeous illustrations like you see here. So coming in at number 3, we have an application called OpenTable. So go ahead and touch into this. So what OpenTable allows you to do is it calculates your location, and it picks a bunch of restaurants in your location that are using the application OpenTable, and you can go ahead and book reservations, there, from your iPhone. So I think this is really cool if you're someone who likes to dine out a lot and just want a more simplistic way to book the reservations. Now keep in mind you can go ahead and cancel reservations at any time you want, I think up until an hour before, because that's just unfair for a restaurant. So we're going to go ahead, I live in Chicago right now. Let's go, I'm feeling Vivere. So it's the downtown loop. It tells you the exact location, the amount of the price, how much it is, and then it gives you a bunch of times here. So I'm thinking 6:30. Then of course you can go ahead and log in, and then it will tell you to go ahead and confirm this, but I think that's really cool. So you have diner reviews, and I think this is neat because it just combines some reviews for this, so you can tell if this restaurant's good and if it's what you're exactly looking for. So as you can see, Vivere has some pretty good reservations, or pretty good reviews, so this could be something that I would consider in the future. But overall, I think OpenTable is great because you can go ahead and search some restaurants, or at least ones that are compatible with OpenTable, and then you can go ahead and book your reservation. Coming in at number 2, we have Evernote. Now, if you are new to Evernote, Evernote basically allows you to add more features than you would with the standard Notes application. So one of the main reasons why I like this is it is free. Yes, all these applications are free, and it just provides you a little bit more. So Evernote was on iOS 5 and previous generation iPhones, but with iOS 6 and on the new iPhone 5, I just think it looks absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and touch into it. So of course you have to log in, but once you are logged in, you can go ahead and start creating new notes. Hit the plus button down there. Whoopsie daisies. You can title your notes, we can title it whatever. And then you can just start typing in there. You can add bullet points, things like that, and it just gives you a more organized and clean interface while typing notes. So another cool thing is the fact that there's an Evernote Mac application, so you can go ahead and sync your notes from your Mac to your iPhone 5 or any kind of iPhone you have, or vice versa. So I think that's great because you can take notes anywhere and it'll go to your main console. Something really cool about this is the fact that you can do dictation. So hit the dictation. So this is a test using Evernote dictation. You can see the microphone will come up on there and tell you how much you spoke. So then it comes up with a QuickTime file, and then you can go ahead and view that later on. So it's a practical use of using the dictation in Evernote is the fact that if you're in a classroom, you can go ahead and turn that on and have the teacher speak, and then you can go ahead and view that physical voice recording later while taking notes. So I think this is a great application for taking notes, and really for anyone who wants to take some side notes, just jot some things down. So overall, Evernote is definitely one you need to download. So coming in at number 1, we have readability. Now I'm new to readability. It's a tongue twister, I know, but from what I've seen from it and what I've experienced, I can totally recommend it to you guys, and it's definitely one of my favorite applications. So what readability does is it combines your reader kind of thing that Apple came out with in iOS 5 with a bunch of other great features. So they have an extension you can go ahead and download on their website, and it's for Google Chrome, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to bookmark certain links when you go to it and you want to read later. So that's really how readability works. We're going to go ahead and touch into it. So you can go ahead and hit discover more content and it'll tell you the top reels. It's just loading for me there. And then it has a bunch of these articles. So if you want to tap into this one, it tells you the exact website. You can go ahead and search. And then it just gives you a bunch of text, and it looks great on the iPhone 5. It's clear, it's crisp, and it's a nicer way to read versus the Reader or any other kind of application. So at first I thought this was an RSS feed, but I was quite surprised because it's just a different interface, and I like how you can actually add links from your Mac, and then it'll automatically sync up to here. So that's really great. So you can have different sections for you. So I have a reading list here, and I found an article on TechCrunch, so go ahead and touch into that. And then you can just go ahead and read about said article, and this is about Pandora. So I think readability is definitely a must download. It's the first one you should download, as it just gives you a very comfortable experience while reading and allows you to pick and choose the articles that you would like. Thank you guys so much for checking out my top 5 free applications for the iPhone 5. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, as it is greatly appreciated. Also, please drop a comment down below telling me if you want to see my top 5 paid applications, as I do already have a list compiled and I would love to go ahead and show them to you guys. So thank you guys again, and I look forward to catching you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.